Hard times make great music. Greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here. And the time is now 9 o'clock-ish, a little after. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a time-lapse video. I'm going to set this clock on the side there so you can see it go. And I'm going to be building a fretless slider using this PADRES box. Nice wooden box. I got all my parts out. I got the hinge. I already, oh yeah, here's the story behind this wood. So this wood here, I was building my wife a trellis today. And this is rough cut lumber. Excuse me, I don't know if you can see this or not, but you can see see the rough cut there. She didn't like the rough cut. So I didn't want this wood to go to waste. So I set it aside. I did check it out, and it is perfectly straight. Got me a Home Depot fretboard. I already cut this to size. I already got my pickup. This is gonna have a humbucker. See yourself in the humbucker there. Tuners, grommets. Oh yeah, I cut a piece of wire from my cattle fence, my cattle panel. This is the perfect wire. This will be for the, oh, where'd it go? This will be for the nut. For the nut. I went through my saddle collection and I just found a saddle that's already been pre-made. I already have a bunch of piezos, so I grabbed a piezo and a jack. Got my sound hole saw ready to go. Got my jack drill ready to go. So this should be quick. I'm going to try to do this in less than 2 hours. In 2 hours from now, when this hand is up to here, 11 o'clock, we will be jamming. And I will be using some of these sweet slides that I got from Mr. Patterson. And we will be putting these to the test. This is going to be a fretless slider. And first things first, I'm going to cut the back angle and cut off the thickness for here. Once I do that, then we will go into time-lapse mode, and I will be putting the pedal to the metal so that we can be jamming before 11 o'clock. Okay, let me go cut the back angle real quick, and I'll be right back, and we'll get this party started. Now it's fast. So we got this guy, and now we got the back angle. Again, this is the thickness of the cigar box top, and I will be additionally putting this guy on here. So this is going to be a nice thick neck here. First things first is we're going to glue, and we're going to glue and screw the heel as well, because I want to get this going as fast as possible. So here we go. On your marks. Get set. Go! Started off by gluing and clamping the fretboard, and then gluing the corner blocks inside the box. Then drilling the jack hole and installing the jack, cutting the sound holes and filing the edges, gluing and screwing the heel, drilling the tuner holes, then notching for the humbucker. Then I got the Forstner bit and then cut out for the piezo. Then I started notching the box, and I'm just killing time to let that glue dry. Sign the back, basically just pre-drilling, killing time to let the glue dry. As you can see, we are making pretty good time. I have the hot glue gun heating up. We got the sound holes. We got the corners glued and blocked. The block underneath here we got notched, and also the jack. So the box is all ready to go, and I also got the holes drilled, and we are dated and serial numbered. As far as the neck goes, I'm waiting for the glue to dry. That's my constraint. Yeah, it's not quite. So I've been working with the clamps on here, just doing some preliminary stuff, like doing the sound, or not the sound holes, the tuner holes. Started sanding this guy here just a little bit because it was out of the way here. So I'm gonna have to go out there and router that, but don't want to take my clamps off until the glue is nice and dry, and it's not drying as fast as I would like there. So I also notched this guy out, and so that's where we're at now, just kind of in a holding pattern. How about we clean up? Yeah, clean up. All right, I'm tired of waiting. So first things first, we carve the neck with files and the rasp, and then we start sanding. We work our way from the coarse grit sandpaper to finer and finer and finer grit sandpaper. I did want to dark stain the neck, so I got out the walnut stain and stained the fretboard and the neck, wiped off the excess, and then I thought, well, shoot, I might as well go ahead and give it a clear coat. So I gave it a clear coat and then set it by the fire and let it dry. Then after it was dry, I clamped it to the table and then started installing the tuners. So got all the tuners installed, and then I thought, well, let's go ahead and install the piezo. So embedded the piezo in the hot glue, and then got the humbucker and then screwed in the humbucker. Then I realized, oh shoot, I need to cut out the hole in the top for the humbucker. So that's what we did there. And then what? Oh yeah, then soldering. Got the soldering iron out, heated it up, and wired the piezo and the humbucker in parallel. Still have a couple of minutes. I did want you to see the inside first here. So we have a piezo wired in parallel with a humbucker, and of course a ground wire to the screw there. These screws that are holding in the pickup are just screwed right in there. So we're ready to string it up and tear it up. Installing the hinge, screwing down the four corners, and then cleaning up my mess and getting ready to install the strings. 7 after 11. So we are tuned G, D, G, G, D, G. And the strings, of course, are stretching. This is the 42 tuned to G. And this is the 34 tuned to D. And then the high string is a 24 tuned to G also. So the way I set up the intonation on these guys is there's no markings up here at all, 0. And I just put the saddle where I think it should be based on where the piezo's at. Then I tune the strings and I make sure that they're nice and stretchy. Shout out to Jeff Patterson for making me some stars and stripes. And now I'm just going to start goofing around. So what I'm going to start doing right off the bat is I just get a pencil, make sure it's nice and sharp, and I find the harmonic, put a little tick. Nothing extravagant, just something that I can see here so I know. Oh, look at that. It's already off. I look at the bottom of the curve of this guy here. Right there. Yeah, barely go up a little bit, down a little bit, and you can just tell right off the bat. You can tell right when you're on it. It's like a perfect balance of a seesaw. Just gotta play around with it. But once you kind of get the idea, then put a little tick mark there. So do the same thing for the 7th fret. Right around there. And you can hear that, you can hear the note. Helps if you can hear the note. This one's a little sharp. Make it go a little bit flatter. You just play around with it. Right there. Right there. Right. Let's plug this bad boy in. We are plugged into the Vox this time. And the sound settings are straight up generic. With the sound. Dial up some gain. Look at the action on this thing here. Perfect for slide. You're not banging the fret. You're not banging the frets or the fretboard. And it's actually good for your fingers. Actually play it with your fingers too. And I'm just following my little pencil marks, man. That's it. Little pencil marks. They'll kind of fade off if you don't. Again, I'm just writing them really light. You can't barely see that, right? Slide. Hard times make great music. I'm always discovering interesting things. Number one, I already got hot glue on my brand new shirt. Dadgummit. Okay, so I've only got three marks on here. I have the octave right here. I have the 7th fret right here. And I have the 5th fret right here. Okay, so this is where I need y'all to pay attention, right here. So I'm going to turn it like this so you can kind of see it. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Here, I got the 5th fret there. Can you see that? Now, so what I'm doing in my mind, I'm splitting the difference between the 5th fret and the 0 fret, or the nut, from here to here. So the right in the middle, as I'm looking down, is right there. So there's no fret marker there. It's just the halfway point between the 5th fret and the nut. So exactly in the middle, in the half, right there, exactly in the middle. You kind of make a judgment, and that's the note you're going to go for. Of course, now we're going to go up to the 5th fret. I'm sliding in from that halfway point here. Now, I'm going to come up here to the 7th fret. Now here, pay attention again. I'm looking down between the 12th fret and the 7th fret, and I'm looking at the halfway point in between it, which is right there, right? Can you see it right here? It's a halfway point in between here and here. Here we go, ready? That's exactly halfway point. So I have, like, I can mark them. I should mark them, but in my mind, I'm just figuring out that this note here is halfway in between these two notes, right? The 5th and the 0, right in the middle is that note. And then in between the 7th and the 12th, right in the middle, I don't know what fret that is. It's just right in the middle. Come up to the halfway. 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 You kind of halfway have to make it up as you go along. So I love the sound of the humbucker paired with the piezo on the clean sounds, with reverb, with delay, with high gain, loud volume. I mean, this thing is crystal quiet. Listen, I'm going to crank it up. It's how quiet it is. It's going to feedback. All right, guys, that's it for this video. Shout out to the gang at cbgitty.com. Thanks, guys, for all the hard times. That's where I get the jack, the piezo, the humbucker, the strings, the tuners, cbgitty.com. And then a huge shout out to Jeff Patterson for the cool slide. All right, guys, that's it. Not too bad for time, huh? Still plenty of time to go take a shower and go to bed. If you like the video, be sure to comment, share, subscribe, and like, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.